Hi everybody, welcome to Monday's live stream. Today is Monday the 10th. Obviously Monday, June the 10th, I meant. I am almost on time. I'm a little bit late. It is Miss Lilo's birthday today. No, you can't eat my sign. No, you cannot. Okay, I'm gonna hop off chat for a minute. I'm going to mute some stuff here. Okay, well, you cannot climb in the blinds, Miko. Oh my goodness, kitty. Out. I will grab the spray bottle. Hi, Gia. Hi, Heather. Hi, Vin. Sorry if the camera wobbles a little bit. I got both the girls on the shelf right now. How are you guys today? Hi, Tess. Hi, Jody. Oh. No. That girl. You are a troublemaker this morning. That's good to hear, Heather. I'm pretty good. Can't complain. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Beth. Did you find a bag to lay in? Come here, Lilo. Come here. Say hi. Come here. It's Miss Lilo's birthday today. She's 2 years old. So that's why I'm a little bit late. We were giving them some tuna and a little bit of milk as a treat. Lilo, you can't fit under there. You're too big. Hi, Vanessa. Careful. I was gonna start some supper in the crock pot, but it's supposed to get pretty warm today. I don't want to heat the house up. What are you doing with my purse, you weirdo? Hi, Beth. Yes, no texting and driving. Drive safe, hun. So, I think the general consensus last stream was that we should work in this today, which I have to tell you guys, I'm like excited and nervous at the same time, and I flipped through this book probably like 50 times this morning, trying to figure out which page I want to color, and I seriously have no idea. So I'm going to need your guys' help. I have not even broken the spine on this book yet, and I might cry when I do. No, I'm kidding, but I don't like breaking the spines in my books. I know there's some people that just get right in there and do that, and I'm like, I'm killing it. But for those of you that don't know, I won this at one of Sammy's giveaways a couple months ago, Color and Chat with Sammy, and all I've been doing is staring at it since. So I think it's time. How long have you had it, Vin? Let's see if I wrote down. I keep a list of all of my coloring books, where I got them. I try to keep track of the date. So let's see. I didn't write down the date, unfortunately. But I'm thinking February. I've got to update that list. I think I had a couple more books since then. But then what if it's my favorite page, Heather? I can't do that. Okay, so I was thinking what we could do, because I know quite a few people have her first book. I believe this is the second book. Correct me if I'm wrong. So about the same as me then. Hi, Kenny. Oh, hi, Debbie. Sorry, I almost missed you there until Heather said hi to you. So what I was thinking, I'll let you guys pick this first. Should we work in one of the back pages, so that way those who have Daughters of the Sea can also join, so we can kind of do two books in one, or just stick with the Mermaids and Friends? We'll decide that first, and then we'll pick a page. There are a few that I'm leaning towards. I'm also not sure what I'm going to use. I was going to ask if anybody has these books, how are they with water mediums? Because like I said, I haven't colored in any of this yet. I was actually going to color this one as my first page and follow along with Sammy, but I've had so much on my plate that I haven't gotten the chance to do so yet. So oh, I never thought of that, Jody. Yes, we could test that out. Although I'm one of those weird people who don't really like using the texture sheets. I like how it looks just bright and white, but I might. Or I'll just dive on in and see what happens, right? Well, just like Heather just said. Yep. And yes, Gia, you would think so. Hi, Bella. Hi, Becky. I'm also happy to say that I don't have chocolate water today. I have actual hot chocolate. It turned out way better. And I even snuck a little bit of coffee in there. So if I'm a little bit more exuberant than usual, blame the coffee. Okay, so I think what I'm going to try doing, I don't know what you guys call that, but I'm going to try using my Neo colors off of this, which is just a cheap cutting mat that I got at the dollar store. It works pretty good. As you can tell, I've already used it. It does stain, but I don't really care since I don't really use this anyways. So I think that is the plan. I'll do kind of like a base with Neos, maybe go in there with colored pencil afterwards. We're just kind of wing it today, I think. It's going to be an experimenting day. Hi, Cindy. Yeah, make sure you're in live chat, everyone. That top chat sneaks in there every time you leave the YouTube page, too. That's what I hate, switching back and forth to pages, because I always forget to put it back in live chat. And then people start talking about something, and I'm like, what? I'm so confused, because I miss things. Okay, so I'm going to grab my Neos here. You guys can probably tell that I love my Neos, eh? I use them every chance I get. Hi, Candace. Coffee does sound awesome, doesn't it, Tess? I can't drink straight coffee, though, so I settle for mochas. Yeah, last stream I made hot chocolate, but I didn't put enough hot chocolate powder in it, so it literally tasted like chocolate flavored water, and honestly, it was not very good. I should have just made some more, but I stuck it through and I drank it, and yeah, I learned my lesson, so now lots of hot chocolate powder. Oh, that's awesome, Candace. I want her other two as well. Hi, Shara. Oh my goodness, Tess, that sounds amazing. I'm a little bit jealous. We never get cool stuff like that here. You'd have to like special order it from US Amazon or wherever. Okay, I close my closet door so the cats don't get in there. And maybe close that door as well. And I suppose we're gonna need water brushes. And my color combo book, and then I think I have everything. Probably not, but we shall see. Okay, so like I said, there are a couple pages I'm leaning towards. See if I can find them here. I do like this one. I think that's from Daughters of the Sea, though. We'll stick to the mermaids. So this one, I do really like that. I'm going to skip past my favorites. I do really like this one, too. It is one of my favorites, but I would color it. So far we've got the goldfish or the seahorses. I thought there was one more. Is it this one? No, I don't think so. This one. This is the other one that I was thinking of. Although I'm not 100% sure on this page because it's got a lot of hair, and I seriously suck at doing hair. I need to follow along with some of Sammy's hair tutorials. I need help. Actually, she kind of reminds me of, what is that movie? I think it's called Atlantis. Is that the one with like Milo where they discover the lost city of Atlantis? I think that's what it's called. And that girl, I think her name's Kita. She's like kind of like possessed by the crystal, and then her eyes turn that really like ice blue color. Do you guys know what movie I'm talking about? Oh, thank you, Shara. Oh, you're so sweet, hon. And happy Monday to you too, sweetheart. Unicorn. I think that's at the beginning. The Skyee here. Yes. I want to scan this page and color it for my mom because she absolutely loves unicorns, and that guy is just too cute. Yes, Heather. Coffee and hot chocolate. That's the best. I love my creepy eyes, Jody. Okay, so creepy eyes, as Jody put it, seahorses or goldfish. What do you guys think? I mean, either way, there's really beautiful hair in all of them, but I think I'm going to leave the hair for last. I'm going to start watching some of Sammy's tutorials. So we'll probably color the hair on Wednesday, maybe. Oh, that's okay, Debbie. You just being here and chatting with everybody is enough fun. Definitely don't feel like you have to donate to the channel. Speaking of though, oops, wrong book. Exactly, see, Becky's got away with words. That is how I meant that to sound. Okay. Hi, Victoria. Yes, the goldfish has to be glowing, Gia. You read my mind. Okay, so you've got one for goldfish, one for seahorses. Oh, that's exciting, Shara. Two for seahorses, two for goldfish. Looks like goldfish is winning. Hi, Loretta. Good morning, Cajun. Oh, and how is Zayden? How's his head? Poor guy. Okay, goldfish it is. forgive me, book. I am so sorry. Glad to hear. It's a good thing that boys are tough, eh? I swear my kid takes years off of my life daily with his stunts, and oh my goodness, I swear he just has no fear whatsoever, and I have twice as much for him. What was I grabbing? Oh yeah, I need some paper to go behind the page. Oh, thanks, Stella. I actually seen this, and it says sparkle on it, and I thought of Jody, so I had to grab it. So I actually filled up my other Color Records book, so now this is one, my new one, so... And I really like it. So every page that I color, I always keep track of the colors that I use. Unless there's like a whole lot to the page. If there's a bunch of little tiny details and stuff, I usually just keep track of the main colors. But yeah, this is my Jody inspired book. And I don't know what they did to make the gems look so realistic, but I love it. They're not textured or anything, but I think it's maybe some kind of like almost like the metallic paper that you put on your food. What's that called? No, not metallic, metal. It's, oh my goodness, why can't I think of that? Someone know what I'm trying to think of? Tinfoil. Tinfoil, that's what it is. Oh goodness. My brain needs some exercising. Yeah, that's true. They are, Jody. Hi, Zeely. It's good, Debbie. And then I'm like, okay, I want to use this color combination from this page, and I can go back in my book and find the exact colors. And it's very, very handy to have. Mine is hot chocolate with a little bit of coffee. I'm not really, well, I can drink coffee. I tell myself I'm not supposed to because it makes me really anxious. So I find that if I put a little bit of coffee and some hot chocolate, it's not so bad. Oh, thanks, Cindy. I don't think I have a way with words, though. More like words have a way of escaping my brain. Yeah, mocha. It's my favorite. Okay. So, next question. Should she be purple or blue or a mix of both? And we can throw some pink in there too. That's the other thing. I don't think I've jumped into this book because I don't know how to color these girls. I feel like they need to be really colorful. And I love the style of them, but I don't know what to do with them sometimes. Every time I look, I get different colors in my head. Both. Yeah, let's try to make her as colorful as possible. Okay. I guess first off, we are going to see how this page reacts with water. I'm going to throw a clip on that and see if it helps it stay down. Oops, what was that? Oh, there we go. Not overly. I'll just have to hold it. Hi, Barbara. Tess. Everything should be pink. I agree. We'll throw lots of pink in here. Hi, Michelle. Okay, there's quite a few of you in chat today, so if you have anything directed directly towards me, make sure you put it in caps. Hopefully I see it. If I don't, feel free to just repeat and throw it in there till I see it. Also, hi to everyone lurking and anyone who's just not comfortable talking. I know there's always a few of you. Unlike Becky, though, I'm gonna let you lurk. Just because I used to be one of those lurkers. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll start with the lighter colors. I'm gonna grab salmon. So I'm just gonna scribble some of that on here. And then let's just go salmon, pink, and maybe jade green for now. I'm not sure if I cleaned this off after the last time I used it, so I'm going to stay away from these thingers here. Bella, this is just it's a cheap cutting mat. I know a lot of people use that, I think it's a Caran d'Ache Aquarel board is I think what it's called, basically for the same thing, but I just had this and it's a little bit textured, so you can kind of color on it and then activate the colors on top of it. So that is my hack on how not to spend money on things. Okay, let me just scroll through chat here and make sure I didn't miss anything. Hi, Jacqueline. Tess, you quiet? Sometimes. I know you were, Jody. I was a lurker too, even when I started my channel. Like really started my channel doing videos and stuff. I'd go to the streams and I'd just kind of watch. There was a few that I would talk in, but not very many. Now I try to get everywhere that I can. Show support. At the very least, I'll always go and like a video. But especially in the summer, time is a little bit hard pressed. Aw, thanks, Debbie. Yeah, he always loves coming in and saying hi to everybody. He'll usually come in and tell everyone that he loves them. He's very sweet. Okay, I'm going to start with the salmon pink. Yes, salmon. No, just salmon. I'm getting this confused with Prismacolors already. So I'm just going to pick that up with the brush and throw that on there, and I'm not quite sure how this is going to go. Give me just a minute. I'll throw the salmon down and then we'll zoom in. I'm gonna have to make sure that's not bleeding through because it feels like this paper is kind of soaking it up. Okay, not bad. We'll definitely have to be really careful with how much water we use, but I think it should be okay. I wish this book was single-sided and then I wouldn't have to worry so much. Yeah, I'm not sure if I would recommend watercolors for this book. We might have to just switch with pencils after this. Yep, I'm saying no for watercolors. Why? What happens, Barbara? Oh. I don't even own an iron, but I wanted to know. I was curious. Oh, I'm jealous, Cajun. I have to wait. I was gonna get that and the Woodland Fairies Coloring Heaven book. But for some reason my bank account likes to overdraft for no reason, and then it costs me money, so I had to transfer money into that, and I gotta book an appointment with my bank to get my bank account switched over to something that isn't gonna cost me an arm and a leg every time I decide to buy something online. Not fun. I'm not happy. Okay, I'm literally just throwing this color down. Not really caring where it goes. I'm just going to use it up, and then we'll switch to pencils. Which is kind of unfortunate because, you know, I feel like a lot of these backgrounds call for watercolor, and it's going to be really, really hard to use watercolor in this book because it literally just sinks into the paper. There's no moving it around. You end up with splotches. I have to say I'm not happy with the paper for that. Okay, and the last color to use up is the pink. I'm just going to kind of throw this in randomly, I think. Yes, my love.
I have a time.
Or did it shut off on you already? Yes, you can. There you go. Don't start it till you're out and close the door, please, okay?
Yeah, alright.
Okay, hold on. I'm just going to read through chats. No, I don't, Cajun. Well, I have the PDF, but I don't have the actual book. I usually just get the PDFs to do the flip-throughs. And actually, I have first access to the PDFs because of adminning the VIP group, because I'm the one that does the weekly giveaways for that. So I have to give people PDF links when they win, that kind of thing. So I technically already have them, but I don't really use them. I am more of like a physical book kind of person. I don't really like loose pages. They are nice for like books that you can't get in copy, like you have to get on PDF. Me too, Bella. I'm actually quite enjoying those colors. Okay. Well, that is a no-go with water. Unfortunately, I can't remember. Did Sammy use water on hers? I want to say she did, but maybe I'm wrong. So. It depends on what kind of look you want, Tess. I feel like you can get more coverage from using the board. But if you want just like a subtle amount of color or way more control, then using it off the tip is definitely what you would want to do. I thought she did, yeah. Well, she is definitely way better with watercolors than I am, because I am just not getting that to work. But no matter. I think I'm gonna have to dry that, or we can just, we'll move up to here. We'll start on her face maybe instead. I'm gonna have to pull out some colors for that. Oh, good luck, Candace. Okay, so I want to go with colors close to these ones. And also some a little bit darker. So I think we should definitely add some dark purple in there, and I immediately want to head for my dioxazine purple hue, but it's so tiny. It's getting so small, it's almost at the end of its life. So I'm going to switch for black grape, which actually is not much better. Oh, that's awesome, Heather. Congrats. Okay, I'm going to mix that with a little bit of the denim blue. Maybe that'll give me a similar color. Definitely salmon pink. This is more like light green, but again, that's another one that is nearing the end of its life. So I'm going to switch for true green, which is a close alternative. Let's grab some hot pink. Let's grab some dahlia purple. I'm just going to grab a bunch of colors and we're just going to go to town and hope for the best. I'm also going to grab the pale sage, I think. I feel like we should have some other darker colors in there though. But I also don't want to overdo it. Definitely need blues. Let's grab non-photo blue and light aqua. And aquamarine. We'll start with those and see where that takes us. Okay, and actually we'll zoom in to oh, glad you made it home, hon. Okay, so I'm thinking that we'll probably do her tail a little bit darker, and then as it comes up to her torso, kind of lighten it up, but maybe keep these little spotted areas a little bit darker maybe. But let's start with her face. And, oh, I am so unprepared, guys, I'm sorry. I went fishing with the boys the other day, and I brought my coloring stuff thinking that I was going to color, and then I didn't even touch it, so I need my sharpener. Okay, I'm going to dive in with the black grape, I think. I'm going to bring this just kind of under her hair here. And guys, I love this book so much. I am going turtle speed on this, so that's just a warning. I'm not going to color quick like I usually do. I'm going to use super light layers and lots of layers for once. Okay, I'm going to start with that, and then let's come in with the denim blue and see what that does. Kind of takes over, but we'll probably layer those two colors against each other a little bit to get kind of more of a bluey purple is what I'm going for. Oh, occasion. Yeah, why did you pick a person? Wow, it's good practice. You can do it. Okay, I'm not gonna add blue to all of the purple on her face. I think just in this spot here and then a little bit coming out from the top. I love coloring people. Once you get the hang of skin, you never forget how to do it. Although it does take a little bit to get there for sure. Oh, that's good, Jody. See, and it's a good thing that you're probably happy to be my mod, because if pages are freed up, I have like 20 people that are next in line for them. So I don't think my mods will have to do any extra pages. Okay, I'm going to switch back to the black grate. Bring this in under her neck for sure. Definitely want to darken that up. Really close to her hair here, but that can be a little bit lighter. I'm going to focus more on the darkest shadows, which is going to be kind of her neck, behind her shoulder here, and then this little bit here. One of my tutorials, Alexandra? And I think I might have missed saying hi to you, so if I did, hi! Anybody else I missed? I'm sorry, once I get into coloring, I get right into it. Especially things like this, because the kind of skin tone that I'm envisioning in my head is something that I have never done before. So it definitely takes a little bit more focus. But that's usually when I try new things, is actually on stream, so that way you guys can see me fail, right? sound. Oh, that's awesome. Hi, Dorothy. It has been quite a while since I've seen you. I hope you're doing well. Okay, let's bring this into the pink a little bit here and see. So I'm gonna grab the hot pink. I'm gonna bring a little bit of that over top. I'm not gonna go over top of the darkest areas, but just where I want them a little bit lighter. I don't want to take away any of that darkness. I want to keep it really dark. No clue how this is going to turn out, guys, so just be forewarned if anybody's following along without knowing how it's going to turn out, because it might not go well. Oh, that's awesome, Candace. Hi, Becky. Yes, Dorothy, I totally hear you there. Oh, Acacia. You are so sweet. Okay, let's throw... Now I'm kind of second guessing some of these colors. I don't want to throw too much in here. So I think I'm gonna stick with those colors for the most part. I'm gonna stick with the black grape and the denim blue. Definitely the hot pink. I am gonna bring a little bit of the salmon pink, and then I think the two greens, which is the true green and the pale sage. So basically everything except the blues. I'm not sure if we'll actually use the blues, but we'll see how this works. Because what I'm thinking is having her torso a little bit different colored, and then her tail will have those colors and then some, and then maybe her hair as well. We can use some of those other colors from her tail. So that way there's a little bit of balance and not overloading colors. That's the plan anyways. We'll see how it works. Hi, Lou. Hi, Donna. Hi, Nick and Tina. Okay, I don't even think, I'll use a little bit of the true green, but I don't think I'm going to use too much of that. I'm going to switch to the salmon pink here. Lightly throw some of this in, just to see how that's looking. The nice thing about light layers is you can always go back in after and change it. Yeah, I'm actually not sure about this color. gonna switch back to the hot pink. I'm gonna go over that with it. Oh, thanks, Gia. Hey, Dev. Yes, Bella. I have Rudolph on my nails. I'm rocking Christmas nails right now because I'm getting prepped to color our Christmas in July color along. I color everything in advance, of course, that way I have time to edit and everything, so Christmas nails for now, and then of course all of July I'll be rocking Christmas nails, because who doesn't want some Christmas in July, right? This is Mermaids and Friends, hun. So that is the title right there, and it is by MysticArt Mirrors, who also goes by Christine. Is it Kristen or Christine Glorious Ink? One of those two. And as far as I know, it's only available on Etsy or her. I think she has an actual website. I can't remember the name of it. I don't have anything in the description right now, but after the stream, I'll try and collect all that information. So if any of you are curious, it will be in the description. Give me like an hour because I'm slow. Oh, I miss her too, Candace. I wish I wish I had found her a while before too. Because I think I only found her YouTube channel a couple months before she passed, unfortunately. But I would have loved to get her help on that dab, dab, dab technique. Because even watching all of her videos, I just cannot seem to master it. And she made it look so easy. She's truly amazing with neocolors. Okay, I think I'm going to switch back to... Actually, no. Let's bring in some Dahlia Purple here. I feel like it just needs to be a little bit darker, yet still bright in some areas, if that even makes sense. I'm still using super light layers. This is nowhere near burnished, which is new for me because, as you guys know, I always say that I am a lazy colorist. I try to do the least amount of layers as possible, but this book deserves the time and extra care, so we're gonna go pro on this. Or as close to pro as I get anyways. I think we'll darken it up a little bit back here. Maybe slightly following underneath her jaw. Thanks, Bella. Uh-oh. Sounds like the hubby is going to be mowing the front. Hopefully it doesn't take away from the sound. Thanks, Beth. I don't know why, but that guy's name makes me laugh. I'm going to grab a little bit of the pale sage. I'm going to throw a little bit of that in here too, I think. I feel like just to kind of outline her face, I think I'm going to use a green as a highlight just because I feel like it's going to make the purple stand out more. I'm not sure if it actually will. I'm not very good with color theory, but that's what my instincts are telling me, and thankfully, as my family always said, I have my grandmother's soul, which she was very, very artistic. So I think I got the artistic side of her soul, but not so much the writing side. She used to make paintings and write poems and stuff, and as all of you know from Shalene's yesterday, I am not very good with some of that language art stuff anymore, so I think I need to study a bit. Tess, you should! Non-skin tones are the best skin tones. Especially for pictures like this. I feel like, I don't know, they're just too creative and unique for just a normal skin tone. Hi, Michelle! Not saying that anybody who uses skin tones on these books is wrong. That's just my thoughts. I think I missed the end, but I was there for a while and I had to ask. I'm like, what's a verb? What's an adjective? And like, I swear, in language arts class in school, I was like in the 90s. I got really good marks, but apparently my brain doesn't remember half of that stuff, so yes. Okay, coming back in with the Dahlia Purple. I'm just going to keep layering in these colors. I'm not even sure if I'm going to completely burnish it, because, I don't know. That's one thing that I'm not completely sold on with the Prismas, is when you burnish the page. A lot of the times, by the time you get that color solid, it just seems too bright. You guys know what I mean? Like, it's almost too much. I kind of like this subtle color here now, and as we add more, it's going to get brighter and brighter. Thanks, Victoria. Sorry, I always do that. I go back in chat to read, and then I start coloring, and then I keep answering comments that are farther back. Oh, Jody. I think I am going to add some of the Dahlia Purple in on this darkest shadow here. And that is going to make it look more purple, but still really dark. So I'm liking that. Same with this one here. And this one here. Thanks, Nick and Tina. And I know I said it like 5 times yesterday, but again, happy belated birthday, Nick. Now I can kind of say it in person, so. Yeah, doesn't it, Cajun? I'm not used to chat going by so fast. Like I was saying in the Hannah Carlson kind of auction video there, I get used to my like 20 people in the room. So when I get more, I do get a little bit nervous. But I am happy to have all of you here. Hi. Can I just call you is it carrot or carrot? Sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Yes, but Shalene's stream yesterday was hilarious. There was some pretty good Mad Libs in there. Okay, gonna switch back to the hot pink. So I do still have a little bit of that salmon pink showing through, and I do like it, so I think I'm gonna keep it in there. but I'm not going to go too dark with it. I'm going to leave it kind of translucent almost. Yes, sweetheart?
I'm going in all on it.
Let's see.
Never died.
Here. Did I fix it for you?
Huh?
Did I fix it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good, good. Oh, thanks, Kenny. And hi if I didn't say hi before. I think I said hi to you before. They might, actually. Let's see if there's more nude mermaids in here. Maybe you can tell. I think for the most part they're covered up. I think that is a bubble in front just so her nipple's not showing. Because for the most part, all of these other ones that aren't wearing bras are... They have something kind of over top. Actually, this one is the same, see? I'm going to come back in with the salmon pink, just really lightly. Just kind of blending it into those pinks, creating just a few little orange spots here and there. A little bit over the green too. Should neutralize it a little bit. Maybe throw a little bit on her ear here too. Okay, and again in with the pale sage. Right, Alexandra? I get the same way. If I'm not coloring skin, I'm not really sure what to do. Oh, okay, Kenny. Good, good. Oh, I'll tell him for sure, Nick. At least I assume I'm talking to Nick. Maybe Tina? Either way, both of you. I never know who I'm talking to. We need like a joint name for Nick and Tina. You know how like celebrities have their like celebrity names, that their names put together? I feel like Nick and Tina need one of those. Because they're like a package deal, right? Nope. I was almost faster than you, Beth. Okay. Back in with the hot pink a little bit here. I'm going to lightly bring this out in over the green. Just so it's not quite so bright. I want it to blend in a little bit. Okay, and then we'll work a little bit in the shadows some more. I'm going to grab the black grape again. Thanks, Shara. So I am increasing my pressure a little bit now. I'd say probably like a medium pressure. Again, I'm still not even sure if I want to burnish this. Jody, I don't think you could ever bore people with glitter, or at least people that actually have brains. So, I mean, robots probably don't like glitter, but I don't know of a single actual human that does not love glitter. And that doesn't count like cleaning it up. Nobody really likes cleaning up glitter because it's impossible to get rid of. But looking at glitter, yes, everybody loves looking at glitter, don't they? It's like I find myself looking at pages wanting to put some kind of sparkle somewhere. But you know, some of those pages, as much as you want to, they don't call for it, or there's just nowhere that would make sense if you put it. Okay, in with the denim blue. But I think almost every one of my page either has something metallic or something glittery. Hi, Andrew. Hopefully you've been doing well. It's been a while since I talked to you. I think last time I talked to you is when I was sick. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought you got the wrong one. Let's see. Yeah, that's what he messaged me. It's like, has that cleared up? I'm like, that's not nice. Okay, I think Dahlia Purple is the next one I want to grab. Don't want to bring these shadows out too far, but I want to get a really good blend so it doesn't look choppy. Finding that's a little bit tricky to do, but not impossible. Oh, that's good. I've heard great things about that CBD oil, Kenny. Hopefully that would help you. And it's nice that it's natural too. Okay, let's come back in with the hot pink. I'm going to use kind of a firm medium pressure for the most part around these shadows here. We're going to start burnishing it a little bit. Just going to lightly go over this spot with the salmon pink. I don't want to take away from that too much. Okay. think I'm going to leave it like that. If I bring it closer, there's still quite a bit of white in the paper, but I don't really want to, you know, make it any brighter than it is. Hi, Nichols. Hi, Bee. Oh, thanks, sweetheart. Hi, Kim. Anybody else I missed joining? Thank you for being here. That sounds amazing, Andrew. I think I might have to look into that too. Okay. So I'm going to go back in with the salmon pink. I think we'll finish her ears and then just kind of keep working our way down. And see, we've got about just under an hour left, which is pretty good. I'm going to throw a little bit of the pale sage in here as well. And then I think in with the hot pink, I'm just going to go over the shadows and kind of blend this in slightly with the pale sage, which I mostly just used to kind of as an outline, kind of the same as I did with her face. And I did miss this spot here, so I'll throw that in as well. Throw some of that in here. As well as a little bit of the salmon pink too. Pale sage. And let's throw a little bit of the dahlia purple, just kind of close to the hair, and try and fade that out just slightly. Thanks, Nichols. Yes, baby. Okay, did you get dressed? Okay, baby. Let me know if you need help. This right here, Cajun? Well, you can try to teach, but picking colors and whatnot, some of that just has to come by, yeah, just experience and trying new things and just doing. Okay, I'm gonna come in with the denim blue. We'll keep working on these shadows. Throw some of that here. I'm back to using those super light layers. Oh, love you too, Nick and Tina. Okay, and then we'll come in with the black grape as well. And I think I'm just going to mix these two colors where I want the shadows to be super dark, because they do make quite a nice dark color together. And that's another thing that I love about experimenting, because these are two colors that I never really would have thought to use together until doing this page. But now that I know that I can use them for shadows, I probably will use them more. And that's also why I always say that it is always a good thing sometimes to have less pencils, because the whole reason that I grabbed these two colors is because I didn't want to use my dioxazine purple hue because it's getting tiny. So I figured these were the two closest colors to it. If I mixed them, I could come up with something similar. Thank you, Charlotte. Not quite sure what to do here, because of course we've got this goldfish glowing, which again, I should say that's another reason why I'm kind of doing all these highlights here, because our goldfish will be glowing, hopefully. Not quite sure how I'm going to pull that off yet, but we'll figure it out, and it'll either work or it won't. But so that's where our light source is coming from. So now I feel like her back would be shaded, but I also feel like this spot here would be shaded, so I'm not quite sure what to do. I think what I'm going to do is just shade her back and then maybe this part of her arm. So I'll come in with the denim blue, just kind of along the back here. And I'm just going to keep fading these colors out as I get to her arm. And I'm just going to keep switching between the denim blue and the black grape, gradually making this furthest part of her back here darker. And hopefully that will kind of work. I'll probably throw, this part will get burnished first since I'm using a little bit of a heavier pressure and fading it out. And then I think I'll probably use either the hot pink or the dahlia purple here just to lighten it up a little bit. I'm not sure if those are the correct shadows, but as always, just adding in shadows in general is going to make a huge difference on your page. So they don't always have to be correct. Sorry, Rain's out there weed whacking, so hopefully you guys can't hear that. I apologize if you can. See, I'm gonna grab the hot pink for now and throw some of that in and see how that looks. Okay, I like that, and I'll just kind of fade it out. Just like that, I think. I'm sure it doesn't, Jody. Hi, Gary. Right, Cajun? I swear, because didn't he do this last time I streamed too, or maybe it was the time before? I swear he picks to choose every time I'm streaming. He's like, oh, I'm gonna cut the grass. It's like, oh, well, thank you, sir. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch to the denim blue. And I'm going to bring this down along her arm here. I'm going to use this for my shadow. So that way it looks like her skin is still shadowed here, but it's a different color shadow and a little bit lighter than the shadow back here. So that way it'll still stand out and not blend in so much. I'm going to darken up this shadow on her arm just slightly. And then again, I'm going to make all of these darker clumps here dark. I should say all of these speckled clumps here dark. That way, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them yet. I'm thinking just kind of going over them with white, and that'll really make the white stand out. But either way, I just have this feeling that they should be dark. I'm going to switch back to the black grate here. I'm just going to lightly go over this one more time. I think it's getting dark enough, so I don't want to go over it too much. Actually, I'm going to grab my eraser and I'm going to erase just the front part of this. I want that to be a little bit lighter because I feel like the fish is going to hit that spot too. So there's a tiny little highlight just under her boob there. Let me catch up on chat. Thanks, Becky. Can you guys hear it? Is it really loud? The weed whacker? Oh, thanks, Shara. Okay, 2 seconds. My little one is at the door wanting in. I shall be right back. Have you? Okay, we're gonna have to wait, baby. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Sky did say boob. Bye, Bee. Have a wonderful day at work, hon. I'll Snapchat you back in a bit here. Oh, that's awesome, Candace. You can either email it to me or send it on Instagram, whichever's easiest for you, hun. Y'all are just getting those pages in super quick. Okay, we're going to continue in with the hot pink. I am really liking the color that the denim blue and the hot pink is making too. That is beautiful. We'll come in there with some salmon pink. And then, of course, our pale sage right here. Which, when we mix a little bit of salmon pink in with that, it turns it more of like a greeny orange color. So I think our goldfish might not be quite so gold. I didn't think that through. Okay, let's throw some Dahlia purple in a little bit here too. Probably mostly coming out from these darker areas, I think. And then coming out with the hot pink. And I think I'm getting the colors that I want here, so I'm gonna put a little bit more pressure on this hot pink and just go over a lot of this. I'm not completely burnishing it, there's still white in the page, and I'm gonna leave it because it kind of adds some texture to her skin. So the white specks are not always your enemy. Just depends what kind of look you're going for. Oh, that's okay, Beth. Did you guys make it there already? You're not still driving, are you? Okay. Does anybody else feel like a perv when you color a picture's boobs? I can't help it. It just doesn't feel appropriate. Come out with a little bit of the salmon pink. And then our pale sage. And then back over top lightly with the salmon pink. then we can come in with the hot pink. And then let's throw a little bit of the dahlia purple in here too. This part would be relatively dark, so I'm going to go over quite a bit with dahlia purple and then over top with the hot pink just to lighten it up slightly, but not too much. I do admit, though, with all the fuss that I put up in the beginning, she is turning out quite good, I think. If I do say so myself. Sorry, guys. I got a little too into coloring there, so I'm just going to catch up. Hi, Annette. Yes, I'm finally diving into this book. Dorothy, I don't have the Luminance one. I have the Prismacolor blender, and I did think about using it, but that kind of grays out the colors, so I don't think it'd be a good idea to use that either. I could use white. That'd probably be the thing that I would use, except white also makes it look more like pastel. So if you didn't want the colors vibrant, you could definitely use white, but I think I want to keep the colors fairly bright. Aw, we got a baby at the door. Hold on. Come on. Hi, sweetheart. You need some water? There you go. Oh, well, that's good. Hi, Nikki. Thanks, Lou. Oh, Loretta, that's cool. That means you and Beth must be pretty close then, eh? In, location-wise, I mean. I'm good, sweetheart. How are you? Yes, Jody, it was me, though. Little baby. Okay, bye, Michelle. Enjoy dinner, sweetheart. And my big girl is 2 years old today. It's Miss Lilo's birthday. So they all got some tuna and some milk earlier this morning. Not enough to make them sick, but just a little bit as a treat. Hi, sweetheart. What you doing? Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Nikki. What do you have in your fur? Are you getting into something? You're sticky. Okay, let's tackle this hand here, I think. I'm going to start with the denim blue. I'm going to go fairly light here. Excuse you. You little thief. No, that's not a toy. She always steals my brushes. She sees them on the desk and she grabs them and runs for it. You're bad. Where's your mouse? You play with your toys, you little brat. Okay, as I was saying, the fingers are going to be a little bit tricky because you want that shadow in there, but you also want that highlight because they're super close to the fish. So it's going to be a little bit tricky to figure this out, but I think we can do it. I don't blame you. I don't mind going to the cities if somebody else is driving, but there is no way that I could drive. Nope, would not be happening. Oops. Okay, we'll throw a little bit of the black grape in here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go too dark with the shadows. We'll definitely add them in, but we're not going to go too dark or too far out with them. I'm going to leave it right about there, I think, and then I'm going to come in with the Dahlia Purple. I'm going to go over top of it one more time and fade this out just enough for the hot pink to kind of come in and transition to. I'm actually going to throw in the pale sage first here. I'm going to make sure that that is our highlight color. So throw that in. And then we'll come in over top with the salmon pink. Again, that just makes the color a little bit more orangey. Sorry if that's loud, guys. Nikki, this is Mermaids and Friends, and it is by MysticArt Mirrors, who also goes by Kristen Glorious Ink, or Kristen, I'm not sure. Aww. Miko is now cuddling with Lilo. Okay, we'll come in with the hot pink. I'm going to sharpen this actually, and I think this will probably be the last color that we use. I'm going to use this to go over the shadows as well as to kind of blend into the highlights. Also just lightly go over that green if we want to as well with this, because that will make it a little bit more orangey. Actually, I'm going to try something here. This might ruin it, it might not. Sorry, I bumped the camera. I'm going to take a yellow highlighter. I'm going to put this in over top of that green. Don't know if you guys can see the difference that made. Can you see that? So I'm just going to put that over top of everywhere where it's a little bit lighter. There we go. Now that added some color. Right, Cajun? I can't remember who I got the idea from, but I did use it before. This is Chibi Girls Horror. Sorry, it's so zoomed in. Let's see if I can. Where is the page that I colored in here? Ah, this one. For this one here, I went over all of that slime with the highlighter, and it looks so, what's the word? Bioluminescent, I think is the word. I absolutely love it. So that is a really good trick. If you forget to do highlights, you can usually go over the color with a highlighter, because even going over these darker colors, it added a little bit of an orangey tone to it. So if you forget highlights and want to add them in after, that's always something that you can do. It might not be quite as bright as adding in highlights as you go, but it's definitely good if you forget, or if, like me, you're just lazy and don't want to take the time. Thanks, Nikki. You are so loud. So we've got about 20 more minutes. I would definitely borrow Wayhun. Like I said, it's not my technique. I've seen somebody use it, but I can't remember who it was, so can't really give them credit, unfortunately. Okay, carrying on with the denim blue. Okay, this one's gonna be a little bit tricky. Because her hand is in front of the fish, so a lot of that is actually gonna be in shadow, I think. Goodness, where's my May when I need her? Oh, Beth, I didn't even think to tell you about it. You can still always add it on now. Okay, good occasion, because it's loud here. I can't even hear Nicholas, he's getting closer. Yeah, I can't even hear myself think when he goes by the window. I find, though, the other highlighters, like other colors, actually don't work as well. It's usually only the yellow, sometimes the green, too. Green sometimes works, but I find the other ones don't really brighten it up much, which is strange. Okay, well, we're gonna wing these shadows. So, I don't know about this thumb. I feel like it would just all be in shadow, but I'm just gonna shadow up this part. It will have highlights kind of coming along here and just on the right side of her hands, I think. So we'll work from her hand down. So let's switch to the black grape. This finger here, I'm going to make the shadow a little bit darker where it comes out from behind this one. And then I'll just lightly go over these other shadows for now. Okay, this here is another spot where I think this shadow underneath her arm would be darker, so I'm going to go ahead and add the black grape in underneath here. And this shadow up here, it'd still be shadowed, but not quite so dark. So I'm just gonna leave that as the denim blue. I'm probably gonna add a little bit of the black gray, but not much. I'm not sure who that is, Kenny, but possibly, yes. It was actually someone in a group that mentioned it, so can't really say where they got it from or anything. Okay, Nick and Tina, I should be able to make it 4 o'clock. Depends on what the boys are doing, but I will try to be there. If not, I apologize, but I will always leave my thumbs up for you guys. Half the time I'm like ready to just sit and relax and watch streams, and then the boys are like, hey, let's go do this. And I'm like, I don't want to, but okay. Hey, Brad. No. Okay, watch this. We're going to set a trap here. Let's see if she... No, you can't have that. You will put a hole right through that. And stop eating the pencil shavings. You can't have those either. Miko. Oh, you're bad. See, look at this. She's like, yep, that's mine. Say hi. Okay, no way. You're gonna wreck my brush. You are. I love you. Go play. Okay, I think it's 7 my time. I should be able to make yours. That's usually right before Carvin's bedtime, so we're usually home around then. Actually, not quite, because we actually just moved Carvin's bedtime up for the summer. Oh, you are bad. So guys, let me know if that crinkling gets in the way of the sound, and I'll move the bag, but she's kind of laying on it. Okay, gonna come back in with the denim blue just a little bit. You are teething, aren't you? You just gotta bite everything. Does anybody stream right after me? Anyone know? Can you stop eating my brush? Kitty cat, you are so lucky that you're cute. Stop that. Okay, no more brushes for you. No, don't you dare bite this book. Miko, don't wreck my pickle sign. No more catnip for you. Okay, gonna switch to the Dahlia purple. Gonna go in over top where the shadows are the darkest, just to give them a little bit of that purple hue. I'm gonna lightly go over this area as well here. Not so much to darken it up, but just to add a little bit of that purple color in there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been there. What are you biting? Okay, thanks, Alexandra. Good, so if I go over slightly, it won't be too bad. I just want to make sure that I have time to finish her arm here. So I'm going to come in with the hot pink now. Excuse you, birthday girl. At least they decided to come close to the end of the stream, eh? They've been pretty quiet up till now. Okay, what do I want to do here? I guess we'll finish her hand first. Okay, you guys, I love you so much, but you gotta go. That includes you. Why don't you play with your mama? You guys play or something. You're probably right then. Although I could have swore I was subscribed to her and I haven't seen her stream for a while. But I haven't like outright looked for her streams either. I usually forget until I get a notification. I might have to look into that. Okay, gonna throw that pale sage in here along the highlights. Now I feel like I'm yelling. Goes quiet and I'm like, why am I talking so loud? Yeah, did she stop streaming? That's what I thought. I haven't seen her go live for quite a while. Okay, we're gonna come in over top with the salmon pink. Switch back to the Dahlia purple, just throw a little bit more of that in these shadows. And then I'm going to bring in the hot pink. I'm going to go over top of the shadows with a firm pressure. And I'm going to fade it out and over top of the highlights as well. I like Charlotte's idea, Jody. Did you see that? Oh, I hope she's okay. You know, I noticed that she wasn't streaming, but I never really thought to ask or anything. No, Nikki, we're always trying to get her to stream, though. See how many people want you to stream, Jody? Bye, Gary. Oh, thanks, Becky. Stop eating plastic. Stop it. It's not good for you. Miko, stop biting it. Okay, black grape, just a little bit of this. Just at the very bottom. Stop eating the bag. Okay, and then I'm going to switch to the denim blue. You know what? I worry about you sometimes. Get out. Go to the bag. Ow, don't bite me. Sorry, guys. Okay. Oh my goodness. You are the female version of Jekyll and Hyde. You know that? You go from being so sweet to just a little terror. Back again so soon, are ya? Oh, kitty cat. Oh, don't you bite my book. I will be mad. She bit a hole through 4 pages of my Mythomorphia book. Okay, you need something to do. Okay, coming in with the Dahlia purple. probably brought that up too much, but I'm using a pretty light pressure, so should be able to go over it a bit. No, Jody, we need you to stream. We have questions that can only be answered on live stream. Right? Yes. Oh, hold on. Kiddo's back. Oh. He hurt his toe and it's bleeding, so he had to show me. Occasion. Okay, let's come in with the pale sage. And then we'll go over that with the salmon pink. And then we'll go over pretty much everything with the hot pink. Again, just fading in over top of those highlights. I'm going to throw a little bit more blue in there. And then I'll blend it out slightly with the hot pink. Then we can come in with our highlighter. And just go over top of those highlights. Okay, I think this is our stopping point. Actually, we're not even, yeah, we are. So pretty much right on time. So that is what we've got done so far. And actually, I'm going to throw in a little bit of a highlight along her ear here. There we go. So I do have to say I am quite loving her. She turned out a little bit different than I was planning, but I think we can work with that. I'm just not sure what my plan of attack is for her tail or hair now. But we'll figure it out. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for the encouragement and the company and the kind words and just being your lovely selves and being here. Oh, that's okay, Lou. It's all good, sweetheart. Thank you always to my Smurfs for keeping the chat friendly and troll-free. For those of you who don't know, at Shalene's yesterday, we decided that mods are Smurfs, and all my subbies are my dreamers. Oh, thank you all. Thank you for being here. So I don't know who streams later. I do know that Nick and Tina stream, in a bit, and then Cajun streams after them, I believe. Nick and Tina, if you're still here, what time do you stream? Did that change, or is it still 6 your time? Aw, thanks, Cajun. Okay, yes, Nick and Tina stream at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's in 4 hours. I don't know if anybody streams before them, but hopefully I will see you guys there. If not, hopefully see you guys in any future streams, mine or others. Yes, and Cajun streams in 7 hours. Perfect. I hope to see you both and lots of you. Thanks again, everyone. Take care and see you next time.